Kyle Wiley-Pickett, the conductor of the Springfield Symphony Orchestra, is with us now. Kyle, how are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me on.
We love having you on. We were just talking about it. It's been like 10 years.
It's been 10 years that I've been coming regularly.
But,
yeah, that's right.
But we love to hear about all the new things that you have. And so you are currently in a season. You're getting ready to do your second show of the season.
Yeah.
What's the title or the theme?
We talked about this last month. The theme for the season is FOMO, or fear of missing out.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I chose that is because, you know, we've had a couple years since the pandemic where it's taken people a while to get back out. And so everything that we're doing this season is designed, you want to be there in person. And if you've missed it, it may not come back again. So it's kind of a, we want people to be there. And so we have exciting things all year long that we're doing.
So it's this weekend, right?
This weekend.
What can we expect from that?
Okay, so this one is called Rivers. Sounds sort of funny, right? I mean, why would I care about this? But so we are doing a really special piece. There's a composer named Florence Price. She was the first African-American woman to have a piece played by a major orchestra in the world.
And how long ago was that?
She's from Arkansas, the 1930s.
Okay.
And then, so we are playing one of her major pieces. It's called the Mississippi River Suite. And a lot of our listeners would recognize the Grand Canyon Suite. That's a piece that's pretty familiar to a lot of people. This is kind of in that vein. It's a travelogue. It starts up at the headwaters and goes all the way down to New Orleans, and so it's got different styles of music the whole way through. It's got spirituals that come out. It's a really exciting piece, and it's the first time we've really featured her as the major composer on the program. So this is a big deal.
Oh, that is very exciting.
And then we have a soloist, and this is very, very exciting. We have a competition every year, and people come from all over the world to compete for a chance to play as a soloist with the orchestra. It's called the Hellam competition. It draws the top talented grad students in music. And our winner this month is Oliver Neubauer, and he is a rising superstar violinist. And so he's going to be playing a piece.
Where's he from?
He's from New York. He's in New York at Juilliard School still right now.
Wow.
He kind of comes from musical royalty. He's got parents who are professional musicians, and we're lucky to get him at this stage of his career because it won't be too long
He's going
before,
places.
before we won't be able to afford him. And he's playing a piece by Korngold, a composer that a lot of our people might not know the name, but he was one of the early movie music composers. Did Robin Hood, Seahawk, and all these great Hollywood scores from like the 40s and 50s.
Wow.
And so this piece incorporates movie music into a concert setting. So it's one of those, you may not know the piece, but everything sounds like film, it's melodic, it's exciting.
Very epic then,
Very epic, exactly. Yeah.
So the fear of missing out comes to play because, I mean, is it because
you want to hear Oliver now? You want to hear Oliver now.
Before he goes on.
Before he goes on.
Yeah.
And it's really the first time that you will have had a chance to hear this Florence Price piece done live here in Springfield.
Wow.
So that's exciting.
That's amazing. How many can you seat there?
Hammond's Hall is pretty big. We can seat about 2,300 people in there.
So we shouldn't worry about it selling out, or?
Well, you should. If no, we probably will have seats on the night of.
Okay.
But we are seeing a return to the hall, and we had a couple concerts last spring that sold out. So
that's
we're going to get back up there to where we were before all that stuff we won't talk about anymore happened.
Now, the people in your orchestra, do you see them moving in from other places to join the orchestra, or do you have any locals?
So we have a great combination of locals. We are blessed in this community with just outstanding musicians. And part of it, we have multiple universities that have music faculty, so we have a lot of people locally. But as we've had vacancies, this year was one of our biggest slates of people who auditioned for the orchestra. People came from Dallas, they came from Tulsa, they came from St. Louis, from Kansas City, as well as here in Springfield. And so, we're just seeing the level of the orchestra continue to rise, which is very exciting.
It's very exciting to have that right here in Springfield. So again, remind us the time and the place.
7:30 Saturday night at Hammond's Hall. And you can always, it's up there on the screen, you can always get the information at springfieldmosymphony.org. And I emphasize Mo because you don't want to go to Massachusetts. Springfieldmosymphony.org. And that will tell you everything you need to know.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here, Kyle.
Oh, thanks as always.
I love hearing about it.